Today I will share a Nobel Medicine Prize news.
All right, every year we get these amazing Nobel Prizes that just completely change how we see the world. And this year, the prize in medicine, it tackles a huge puzzle happening inside every single one of us. I mean, really think about this for a second. Your immune system is basically this incredible high-tech army inside you, always on the lookout for invaders. But it's so powerful, right? It could easily turn on you. So what's stopping it? What keeps this army from declaring war on itself? Well, when that control system does fail, you get what we call autoimmune disease. It's literally a biological civil war, with your body's defenders attacking your own healthy cells. And that devastating problem, a problem scientists have been wrestling with for ages, is exactly what this year's Nobel Prize is all about. So let's dive into this biological mystery. For the longest time, scientists were just stumped. They just knew there had to be some kind of off switch to stop the immune system from, causing friendly fire. They had a piece of the puzzle, but a really crucial part was just gone. Okay, so here's what they did know. They knew about something called central tolerance. You can picture it like a military boot camp. It's in an organ called the thymus, and its whole job is to weed out the faulty T-cell soldiers before they're deployed. But the thing is, some always slip through the cracks. They escape. And that was the great unknown, peripheral tolerance. What happens to these rogue cells once they're out in the rest of your body? How do you control them then? So it really all boils down to this simple but profound question. You've got millions of these T-cell soldiers patrolling your body, but who patrols the soldiers? Who's the internal police force for the immune system? Finding the answer to that became the mission. And this is where our heroes of the story come in, the Nobel laureates themselves, Shimon Sakaguchi, Mary Brunkow, and Fred Ramsdell. Now, what's so cool is that these three were working on what looked like totally separate problems, but their paths were about to converge on one single, absolutely game-changing discovery. And this whole thing didn't happen overnight. It unfolded over about a decade. So get this. Back in 1995, Sakaguchi discovers this totally unknown class of immune cells, a mystery. Then, fast forward to 2001, Brunkow and Ramsdell, working together, identify a specific gene called FOXP3. They realize when this gene was broken, it led to a really severe autoimmune disease. 2 different labs, 2 different clues. And then, the big moment in 2003, Sakaguchi connects the dots. He proves that the FOXP3 gene is the exact master switch that creates the mystery cells he found all those years ago. Boom, it all just clicked into place. So let's quickly break down the key players here, just so we're all on the same page. First up, you've got your T cells. Just think of them as the soldiers, the frontline troops of your immune system. Their job? Find and destroy invaders. Okay, and then you have the incredible discovery from Sakaguchi, a special kind of T cell. We now call them regulatory T cells, or, much cooler, the peacemakers. And here's the key. They don't fight the bad guys. Their job is to police the other T cells, telling them when to chill out and stand down. They're the ones stopping the soldiers from attacking your own healthy tissues. And that brings us to the final, crucial piece of the puzzle, from Brunkow and Ramsdell, the FOXP3 gene. You've got to think of this as the master switch. It is the one single genetic command that tells a regular T cell, nope, you're not a soldier, you're a peacemaker. If you don't have this gene, or if it's broken, you don't get a police force. The army just runs wild. So you see, putting all these pieces together wasn't just some neat scientific trick. No, this was a massive breakthrough. It literally rewrote the textbooks on how our own bodies work and completely transformed the entire field of immunology. And you can kind of see just how big a deal this is by looking at the prize money. The three of them will share 11 million Swedish kroner. That's almost 1.2 million US dollars. It just goes to show you the incredible value the world puts on this kind of discovery. But of course, it's not really about the money. I love this quote from the chair of the Nobel Committee, Olli Kempi. He said their work was decisive. What a word, right? He means it was the final answer. It explained the fundamental reason why most of us don't suffer from these terrible autoimmune diseases every day. Okay, so this is where it gets really exciting because this isn't just some cool biology lesson. This discovery has thrown open the doors to a whole new frontier in medicine. Because if we understand the peacemakers, it means we can start to control them. And that ability to control them, it's changing everything. Think about it. For cancer, you could dial down the peacemakers, letting your immune soldiers attack a tumor more aggressively. For autoimmune diseases, you could do the opposite, dial up the peacemakers to restore peace and order. And for organ transplants, you can use them to tell the immune system, hey, this new organ is a friend, not a foe. It's incredible. And please know, this is not science fiction. This isn't something that might happen 50 years from now. It is happening right now. There are treatments based on this exact science that are already in clinical trials, making their way from the lab to actual patients. So at the end of the day, this Nobel Prize is celebrating an answer to a question that honestly seemed impossible for a very long time. By finding our body's own internal peacemakers, these scientists have handed us the tools to, well, literally negotiate peace inside ourselves. It's just amazing. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's the next great mystery that we're going to solve?